Heavenly Father is the Lord of the universe, and all the things are his children. He told Mona to keep Baba always in her heart, and without stopping anywhere, to go directly back to Georgia. Baba told Mona that several things had gone directly back to Delhi without stopping anywhere, and she should do this too. This Mona Lodge promised to do. She asked Baba whether there would be any chance in future for Baba to have a longer stay at the center, so that people coming from distant places could stay with Baba for a long time. Baba said, it all depends on Baba's wishes. He might come here in future and stay for a longer time. Mother Love asked Baba to come to Georgia, that there was a nice place there where he could stay at some time. Baba wants Billy to send a copy of this what she read out, Mother Love. From Delhi to Pune. Mother. Money. Give a copy to you. Give a copy to Rajesh. Give a copy to Mani. Send a copy of Mani and send one copy to Mother now. No matter how they do, like that. Now the second was about for an old man of 62. Father's rose that was 63. Our father 63. So the first thing was 62. For an old man, the father was selected to call it old man also. Ancient. Ancient. The father is 62 years young. Very good. Very, very ancient. His justice is wrong. The way he works with him is so like Baba. I just get fascinated. He has taken on all these lectures from Baba, which is so beautiful to watch. One has the right question. Someone else. The question of is there any leading point where someone could short circuit evolution? Is there some place where someone, without getting all the way up to you, could cross through the path of evolution? He said that he'd asked Baba this once, and Baba said no. And Baba explained this by way of a very pointed analogy. Once cotton has been harvested and made into cloth, it cannot again return to cotton without rotting, going into the ground, becoming a seed, and again becoming cotton through this root. And so it is with the process of evolution. It has to run its course. There is no way of backing up from manufactured fabric back into the cotton. Well, it was the good news, Elijah. I think the question there was that Ali had asked Baba if there was a point of fusion between the physical, the subtle, and the mental. That other man asked a question about how then did Baba pull somebody down from the third plane of consciousness to that and then push him ahead. And so he said, then how could he pull him back? And I'd explained there was a difference between these two questions. Can you clarify that? Actually, frankly, I was a little vague on that point myself, so if you were clear on it,
Well, I didn't understand it too clearly because it all went to
I didn't understand the question too well, really, but this is what I got out.
Well, the first question, which illustrated by Cotton, had to do with whether or not there was a point of fusion between these spheres of the physical and the subtle and the mental. And then Baba explained that there was, you could only see the subtle with the subtle and so forth. And then this other man, and he went on about it. And when you, in other words, when you had gotten up into the subtle or the mental, then you could really come back to the physical. And the other man said, well, then how does Baba, if the other man who doesn't function well in the third plane, we're told that he can pull him back into the second or even into the physical, and then when he chooses, give him a push ahead. And I said, well, this isn't as hard.
Yes.
Yes, and I understood that the reason it was different was because actually Baba himself is doing it. And this is not a question of ascending evolution. It's a question of taking out the direction of the consciousness in a different way.
I remember that there were these two different points, so I didn't get included with
Yes.
what were the analogies. This last point concerned whether disciples, by their love, could delay the time of the master's leaving the body. And at least one of them.
It was their love.
Yes. And at least one of the said when he saw Baba's final declaration, he said, no, that's going to happen. Love Baba too much. They leave the body in 6 months. And he suggested that it was because they loved Baba so much. Baba was leaving the body. Adi was quite emphatic that this wasn't the case. He constantly emphasized that Baba, as perfect masters, have a very human side, as well as they infinitely human and infinitely conscious simultaneously. So
We had certain human reactions and things. That is, he might have a preference for blue or pink or something like that as a human would. But still he has infinitude behind it. He has the infinite attitude towards it, besides the human side. Whereas we only have
the human side. That point later, with respect to the point you made first was that he didn't think that Baba's relating the body was an occasion by the love of any finite individuals walking here.
No, because there is a divine plan.
That's right.
And it is Baba's plan, and it will be carried out no matter what.
Yes. And he said this was amply clarified in the three documents which followed the original declaration and clarification. And there were two more subsequent documents after this. But an individual with his finite love for the master can't, in any sense, interrupt the timing of the divine plan.
Actually, he doesn't need any of it. He certainly thinks he allows us to do something that's so good. Billy asked another president about what citizens any of us remember that she wanted to know if we couldn't relieve Baba's burden by trying to be so good that we could get God realized sooner. And he was quite amused with that question.
Yes, he said that if we knew when we are suffering, not we are suffering as a master, there would be no merit in it, or not as much merit in it, as if we are suffering for the master denotes to us that we are doing that work. And he says that the suffering is really intense. Whereas if one knows that he is suffering, the master has an assignment, why he just says, "You're mine," and is willing to take on more. Whereas when one is confronted with real living situations and goes through hell, not particularly connected at all into the assignments of the master, and it does that, and really does a good job with it as he can. Then he is really taking on more of that.
Well, I told her that I didn't think that to serve God's purpose or best for God that he just playing solitaire. In other words, it's his game and what's citizen to him to evolution.